How much do you know about God's Word, the Bible? The well-known commentator on the human condition, Mark Twain, once said, "All people are ignorant, just in different subjects. The one subject on which no one should ever be ignorant is the Bible. After all, it is the only book in the world that accurately answers the three most important questions that human beings have always pondered. Whence have I come? Why am I here? And where am I going?" I'm James, and this is Moral Video Productions. Welcome to our channel. We're going to be looking at the Bible in this lesson and subsequent lessons, and we hope you'll benefit by this study. Before we provide answers to the questions, why am I here? Where have I come from? Where am I going? Before we answer those, and we will in other lessons, we first need to know how the Bible came to be. An examination of the Bible indicates that it was written by more than 40 different men from various walks of life. Nehemiah was a royal cupbearer serving his king Artaxerxes. Peter was a fisherman on the Sea of Galilee. Luke was a physician. Matthew was a tax collector. Solomon was a king. Moses was a shepherd. And Paul was a tent maker. And this only names a few. Furthermore, these men wrote from almost every conceivable human condition. David wrote from the heights of joy on the rolling grassy hills of Judea, while Paul wrote from pits of despair resulting from Roman imprisonment. These writers penned the Bible in three languages: Hebrew, Greek, and Aramaic, from two continents, Europe and Asia, over a period of time that spanned approximately 1,600 years, 1500 BC to 100 AD. In so doing, those writers covered topics as diverse as theology, eschatology, psychology, geography, history, medicine, and many others. Though the Bible is not a scientific text, the scientific information it contains is without error. The Bible is not a history or geography textbook, but the facts it presents are without flaw. The Bible contains information that, when written, was well beyond the capability of man's knowledge. All this being true, one might expect that so diverse a group of men, writing on so varied a group of themes over such a lengthy span of time, would produce a book that would be a tangled mishmash of subjects, more often than not marred by an incredible number of inconsistencies and outright errors. Yet the Bible exhibits such astonishing harmony, such consistent flow, and such unparalleled unity that it defies any purely naturalistic explanation. It is as if the Bible were a magnificent symphony orchestrated by a single conductor. The musicians may each have played a different instrument in a different place at a different time, but when the talented maestro combined the individual efforts, the end result was a striking masterpiece. Consider this analogy. Suppose you assembled 40 modern-day scholars with the highest academic training possible in a single field of study. For example, imagine that you took 40 people with degrees in world history, placed them in a room, and asked them to write a 20-page paper on a single topic. Let's say the causes of World War II, or even better, the sudden overwhelming rise of petroleum prices in 2022. That should be easy, as it is current history. Well, what kind of consensus do you think you would find when their essays were complete? Likely those 40 scholars would be unable to agree on all but a few points. In fact, their compositions probably would be significant more for their disagreements than for their agreements. Most of the Bible writers, by contrast, never even met another biblical writer, and certainly were not trained in the same field of study as their fellow writers, nor were they allowed to write on a single topic in which they already had an interest. Yet they produced a book that is unified from beginning to end. For example, even though the various books of the Bible were written by different men with different training and who lived in different eras, each book complements the others by presenting a single, unified theme. From Genesis to Revelation, there is a marvelous unfolding of the general theme of man's fall from his holy status before God. God's plan for man's redemption, as carefully worked out across the centuries, the sinless life and atoning death of Jesus Christ, and the ultimate victory of the Christian system. In essence, the Bible is the story of one problem, sin, and one solution, Jesus Christ. In the Old Testament, the overwhelming message is, someone is coming. In the New Testament, that message is, someone has come, and that He is coming again. This kind of unity attests to the fact that there was a greater intelligence behind it. So many writers over so many years covering so many themes simply could not have been so harmonious by accident. Questions such as, how is this possible? And who is the author of this magnificent book? Will be answered in upcoming lessons. I truly hope that you will benefit by these videos and that you would subscribe to our channel. Please click on the like button to help us grow and share them with your family, with your friends, and even with your enemies. Remember, Jesus said in Matthew 5, verse 44, love your enemies, bless those who curse you, and do good to those who hate you, and pray for those who spitefully use you and persecute you. That's certainly not the morality commonly found today. Join us in our next program as we continue our examination of God's Word, the Bible. Links to it and other MVP lessons are provided. And always judge righteous judgment.